Hi, I'm Dr. Lawson, a dietitian here at the Research Center. I'd like to talk to you about a brand new diabetes treatment system called Diabetes Free by Dr. Pearson. It's designed to help you control your diabetes easily and live a healthier lifestyle. Diabetes is the result of the body's inability to produce its own insulin. The cause isn't entirely clear, but we do believe it's caused by various internal factors such as genetics and external factors such as your food consumption and your environment. Diabetes Free helps you take charge of at least one of these factors by helping you identify foods and recipes that are free from various carcinogens and toxic byproducts, which can then help you normalize your blood sugar levels. In addition, Diabetes Free recommends certain diet and lifestyle changes. The book is jam-packed with information, and I don't have enough time to reveal everything here. But I will tell you that the techniques revolve around one central theme: getting the food you eat to encourage the body's natural production of insulin. I'm not going to make an outlandish claim like everyone else here and tell you that this program will cure your diabetes. Curing diabetes is impossible, but with the helpful techniques found in Dr. Pearson's Diabetes Free, you may be able to boost your body's natural insulin levels and help you bring your diabetes under control as you follow a healthier lifestyle of healthy dieting and exercise. As a homeopathic dietitian, I encourage you to try Diabetes Free for yourself. This friendly and easily affordable program comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and is available here for limited time only through the link in the description below.
Hello everybody. Today I have a very special review for you. At first I was hesitant about buying this product, but I made the right decision. One of the reasons I was enticed to buy it was the 60-day money-back guarantee. So you are free of risk. I spoke to the creator of the product and asked for the discount link, so you can get that. Also by clicking the link below the video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
If you're ready to take action now, please click on the link below this video for more information.